Good morning and welcome to your Fiji Times headlines. The proceedings called before the Tribunal Court in Suva between the Water Authority of Fiji and the National Union Workers was terminated by Magistrate Andrew C. today. This is after the union sought an order from the Tribunal Court to address the issue of contracts of 2075 WEF employees against the collective agreement made by the two parties and also issue an order to consider the notice period of the contracts. Mr. C made a recommendation that parties, including senior management of WEF, undertake an extensive review of the outstanding issues in order to resolve some compliance concerns that may have resulted of the termination of the workers on April 30th, 2019. Mother's Day celebration started early for 84-year-old Vika Korovono, who was one of the 123 Nasomo villagers given about $465 each of fair share mineral royalties from government yesterday. However, her elation was tinged with a bit of sadness as she remembered her late son Sairusi Waininima, who was tasked to receive the royalty payments given to the villagers from government and the Vatukola Gold Mines Limited. Nasomo village headman Viliame Rokoraimba said the fair share royalty payment was the third of its kind made over the last 12 months. NIC's new Gen Emerging Designers Workshop continued this week leading up to Fiji Fashion Week 2019. Held at the National Training and Productivity Center in Suva, award-winning fashion design educator Nicholas Huxley said there were quite a lot to do before the actual event. He said this week would be overseeing the progress of the emerging designer collections. FIA says the development of the micro and SME sector is critical for the social and economic development of the country spread across remote and rural areas, and the sector needs to be given due attention, nurturing and support. The institute says while the government did take some initiative in this respect and had announced 2 years ago the setting up of a National Council for MSME, this is yet to be set up. The FIE is also suggesting a review of the existing treatment of PAYE as final taxes in its budget submission. A new report recommends that in addition to public sector efforts to improving planning and regulations, Fiji needs a business environment conducive to appropriate private investment and commitment to sustainable tourism initiatives. The Pacific Economic Monitor 2019 says Fijian Tourism 2021, which provides a cohesive tourism strategy and plan, is a step in the direction. However, the formulation and implementation of a broader sustainable development framework is still critically needed. As this, the implementation of Fiji's Green Growth Framework and better compliance with existing environmental laws and policies. Even though Pranil Samidon was passionate about Hindi music at a very young age, he was quite serious about it until he was 13. Now Samidon, the composer, singer and songwriter, has been recognized for his love for music and the way he tries to keep Hindi folk music alive in Fiji. Samidon's song Kimbala Kigatha has been nominated for Best Hindi Song at the Fiji Performing Rights Association Music Awards this year. He said being nominated alongside Rakesh Bobby Chand for Best Hindi Song was a challenge because Bobby Chand was a good artist. The annual Music Awards will be held at the Grand Pacific Hotel in Suva on Saturday. Fiji Airways Fiji 7's team captain Paula Ndrauni Sinikula believes that the offload game is one of our major strengths that opposing sides have found hard to counter. The 29-year-old Army officer said the way that Fijian players have naturally adapted the skill has been a thorn for rival teams like USA on the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series circuit. Ndrawni Sinukula also said that discipline and the lack of possession is also one of Fiji's weaknesses in the abbreviated code. Forecast to midnight tonight for the Fiji group. Brief showers about the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands. Fine weather elsewhere with cool nights. Expect moderate to fresh east to southeast winds and moderate to rough seas. Tomorrow's weather is for brief showers about the eastern and interior parts of the larger islands, mainly fine elsewhere with cool nights. Those are your headlines, but be sure to grab a copy of today's Fiji Times. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.